Morning, everybody, or good afternoon, wherever you are watching this in the world. It is Amanda. It's the 29th of August 2018, and my goodness, we're nearly into September. Cannot believe it. Anyway, I just wanted to do a quick video this morning to drop in and say hi because, yeah, I'm busy. I'm getting ready for Canada, so I'm not able to post as much at this week. But anyway, bear with me. Just got a lot of work to get through. All good. The workshops are building nicely. Thank you to everyone that signed up. Really appreciate you coming, attending. Really looking forward to seeing you all. The Archangels Workshop on the 8th, 9th of September is pretty much booked up. There might be a couple of more places. I think I put them with 50 spaces on the website, but to be honest, that's what the room can comfortably hold. It's not what I necessarily am comfortable teaching because I like to keep a personal touch. So I think at the moment we're at about 34 and yeah, I'm going to cap it quite soon. So if you want to get in on that one, you need to do so quickly. The colour course on the 13th, 14th, I think we've got about 22 on that. Got room for a few more. And it's funny actually because the colour course, I haven't taught a colour course for a couple of years, I don't think, even though I'm a colour therapist and it's the foundation of what I do. So I am looking at new material and not going back to the drawing board with it because there's a lot of good work that I've done in the past that I can build on and incorporate into the workshop. But I'm taking a fresh look at it, so I'm really enjoying getting to grips with that one. Colour is one of these modalities, to be honest, where it's a wonderful addition to anything that you do, be it counselling, be it teaching, in any capacity, working with children, working with art, obviously a healing modality. It's just one of these things, a bit like working with crystals, where you can layer it, so colour therapy works best when you layer it with other things as well. It's also a fantastic business tool. I've got friends that certainly take colour therapy into business to help organisations understand their employees better, and to that's at the emotional level, the mental and emotional level, their holistic health, I suppose, their well-being, but it's also to do with colour schemes that you have around you. Funny actually, we're decorating our house at the moment, and I just got to one of those times where I just looked around. We moved in here 11 years ago and it hasn't really been touched since, and I had a bit of a hissy fit and I just said, I can't stand it anymore, it's got to be done. And so we're looking at colours, and it's interesting for me because of course I understand the context and the meaning behind different colours that you choose. We're looking for maybe a soft violet actually in the hallway, and our hallway goes all the way up. We've got a 3-storey house, so there's quite a lot of wall space for it to cover. Just like a soft violet, which of course is linking you into the spiritual realms and the realms of magic. And also violet is a wonderful colour to balance out the masculine and the feminine, the right and the left hemispheres of the brain. It's a cool colour, but yeah, it's also got some warmth in it. It's got the red. It's quite an interesting colour, violet. I have to be honest, it's one of my favourite colours. Anyway, that's my stuff. But yeah, so there's still spaces on the colour course. If you feel drawn, please come. What else do I want to say? I made the decision yesterday to take down the Madeleine McCann video. And I've had a few emails in saying, where's it gone? So, have you been censored? And no, there is no conspiracy theory going on. Nobody's censoring me. I took it down and made the decision myself. And I have to say to you, I stand by every word that I said in that video. Absolutely. It wasn't about that. It was about the fact that the negativity that was being thrown at me wasn't worth the price, I'm afraid. So I'm putting myself and my own energetic space first, and my family's. And there was a really good comment in from Deborah last night on YouTube. Thank you, Deborah, if you're watching this, because you really helped me make that final decision, because I've been toying with it in my mind for a few days, as you know, if you've been watching my videos. And this was the comment, and I'm just going to read it, because then I've said it once and for all. This was my reason. And this was it. She said, yes, take down the Madeleine McCann video. It was opening a negative Pandora's box. The case has its own energetic field of negative energy for reasons we can't fully understand, and you stepped into it. Your channel is about much bigger and more important spiritual truths. Sweep out that negative energy and move forward. Love you and your channel. So thank you for that. I'm sure she's not meaning by that the uncovering what I alluded to within that, because I don't want to get back into it, within the Maddie video isn't important. Of course it is, but yeah, I'm safeguarding myself here. So that's it. I feel as though I was meant to bring that information forward at the time that I did, because I was about to go to Praia de Luz, as you know. I did that. We did the video, we discussed it, we brought it up to the light. I did healing in Praia de Luz there in the resort around that place, and also left some energetic imprints there as well. And now we trust and we give it back to the archangels, okay? It also came to me, just as I was about to say this to you, that one thing Metatron was saying to me about it all was, he was saying the days of personal sacrifice are over. You know, it's like that was the old way, that we had to somehow sacrifice ourselves for the light, like some big crusader type thing. And it doesn't have to be that way anymore. We don't have to put ourselves into danger. We can still do our work in a more maybe subtle way, but it's still very effective. I have to say, as literally the minute that I took that video down, I just felt this wave of light come over me, and I knew that the job was complete. And I knew that whatever had been created around me, thrown at me, whatever, had just dissolved in that one moment. So it's all good, guys. I just wanted to say that, because otherwise I'm going to get loads of emails saying, where's it gone? Have you been censored? No, I haven't. What else do I want to say? I actually haven't got any cards on my table. What I'm drawn to do is just to use a spray today. And the one that I'm wanting to use is Archangel Raphael. And I make the crystal essences that go into all of the sprays that we make. So Tracy Eden helps me with the sprays. It's become far too big for me to manage on my own. She helps create them as well. She's wonderful. I mean, absolute star, Tracy is. But just to keep my energy within them as well, I make all the crystal essences that go in each one of the bottles. And I make them in batches, obviously. And I've got a huge selection of crystals, so it makes sense that I do that still. And I love doing it. It's a bit of alchemy, really. So yesterday she sent me a whole list of the essences that we're out of. There's about 12 of them. And I thought, all right, okay, better get on with this before I go to Canada. And I got out all the crystals for Raphael, which are beautiful, actually. I've put them all back again, because the point was I got them all out and then I realised I didn't actually need to make that essence. But I was really attracted to the energy of it. So I feel like there's a message. So shall we just spray Raphael and see what comes through today on the 29th? Firstly, just breathe into that beautiful green. Love the green of Raphael. I mean, I'm a water baby, as you know, but looking at that just takes me deep into a forest. Verdant forest. I'm hearing the word verdant. Fertile, lush, deep, rich, soothing, balancing. The green ray. And with Raphael, those of you that work with Archangel Raphael, of course, he's about many things. The two qualities that it says on this spray is balance and harmony. So let's just call Raphael in. Why is he here? Take my glasses off for a moment. So let's just breathe in the green ray together. The first thing I'm struck by is how cooling it is. Let's just breathe in green together for one moment. So breathing in green and breathing out green. Breathing in green and breathing out green. And the wonderful thing that the green ray does is that it gives you space. It gives you space to breathe, it gives you space to move, it gives you space within your mental mind, within your heart, within your physicality. I've got my window open today because it's quite warm, and there's building work going on somewhere. There's always building work going on in life, isn't there? And it's as though by spraying this, it wasn't really bothering me, to be honest, the noise of the building work, but the green ray just puts me into a huge expanded bubble where it doesn't matter what the noise is around me, doesn't matter what is going on. For that moment that I'm breathing in the green ray and inviting Raphael's energy into my space, I feel free. I feel balanced. I feel open would be another word to describe the benefits of the green ray as well. So it's rather lovely. Let's just feel for a message now, because that was more the effect of the green. Raphael, what do you want to say to us? What do you want to show us? That there is much healing needed upon this planet now. There is much healing needed as more and more people awaken, more comes to light. It's talking about the fact that healing in the past, for many people, maybe yourself, I don't know, has been at surface level. We've been skimming off the dross, the negativity, the pain, the hurt at surface level. And there's a need right now to go much deeper, to go much, much deeper. And he is alluding to the topsy-turvy roller coaster energetic ride that we've all been having over the last month in particular, but last couple of months. It's as though he's showing me, it's as though we've all been in a fast spin of a washing machine, okay? And it's like we've come out and we're like staggering around thinking, right, well, where the hell am I? You know, who am I? Where am I going? Some old stains have come up to be scrubbed clean. And it's been quite tough. So the green ray is very much about bringing us back into balance. Raphael himself, of course, is associated with the caduceus, the sign that you see on ambulances and doctors' surgeries. Medical associations usually have it, the staff with the two snakes. And he's like the master physician, Raphael. So he is, okay, he's saying it's as though what I'm being shown is almost like this huge doctor's surgery where we've all made an appointment to see the master physician, which is Raphael. And it's whatever has been particularly troubling us. And don't forget, we're not just talking physical health, we're talking mental health, spiritual health, anything that is out of balance, that is affecting our physicality, is coming up to be finally put to the head of the queue. It's as though we've been seeing and trying to heal with energies. It's more about energies that have been great, nothing wrong with them. But it's as though as the challenges become greater within us because more is coming up to be healed. And it's the deepest wounds that's coming up for many of us. What do? You don't go to the local GP, you go to the master physician. That's not to say don't go to your doctors, by the way. This is all an analogy that I'm using. The same analogy would be, for example, if we were talking about Archangel Uriel, who is linked into the legal system. And of course, in the legal system, we have tiers, don't we? So you can go to your county court, you can then go to the Court of Appeal, you can go to the highest court in the land of whatever country you're in. In UK, ultimately, you can go to the European court as well. You can actually take it out of UK jurisdiction. That's a whole other discussion to get into. But that's the analogy. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's as though we've been trying to heal at a lower energetic level because that's what was available. It's not that we were doing anything wrong. So with the challenges, the difficulties that are coming in for many, he's assuring us that the energetic help has ramped up as well. And that's quite important, I think, to realise. It's a bit like if you're, climbing mountains and you go equipped with your rucksack on your back and what you need for that particular expedition. But then all of a sudden, you're not just climbing a little mountain, you're in front of a much bigger one. So maybe the challenge is bigger. Don't forget the reward is bigger from getting to the summit. The learning is greater. There's more to achieve, there's more to learn, there's more to experience because it's a bigger landscape, it's a bigger mountain. But so too on your back is not necessarily a bigger rucksack. It's just the same size rucksack, but the tools within it are more potent. I always teach, to be perfectly honest, I've got the Archangel course coming up, that there is this perception out there in society, spiritual groups, that the archangels are static, okay? It's as though we are all ascending and we're all getting more and more enlightened. Sometimes we can sort of add ha-ha to that because you look around you and it's like, well, where's the evidence? But keep on going, guys, because we are getting there. But, we're all ascending, we're becoming more enlightened. But the archangels are somehow just this constant, steady source that never changes. That isn't the truth, because everything is part of creation. The archangels are part of creation. And so they too are upgrading. And maybe that sounds mad to you, but that's absolutely what I have been shown by each one of them, that they too are, their energy is getting bigger, their healing ability is getting bigger. And it's very interesting actually, because I remember years ago when I used to do a lot of hands-on healing, and then my work just took off to such a degree that I didn't have the time more than anything to do that and also do this YouTube videos and everything else that I do. So I had to let it go, and I was really uncomfortable letting it go because I used to really enjoy doing it. And without blowing my own trumpet, I knew I was a good healer. And somebody said to me, it's not that you're being blocked or stopped from doing something you're good at. It's the fact that the energy within you now is getting to a point whereby it needs to serve more people. You're not, the energy within you is becoming too great just to almost do it on one person. It has to go out now to the collective. Makes a lot of sense now in terms of the way that I work. But it's the same with the archangels. It's almost as though there is this implosion, this beautiful uprising of energy and power within them as well, which is even greater than it was 6 months ago. And for some reason, Raphael is the one bringing this to our attention. And I guess it makes sense because, as I say, go back to the fact that green is the ray, which is about expansion, it's about growth, it's about new direction. And so therefore, Raphael on the green ray embodies all of that. He embodies expansion. And so because he embodies expansion, he is showing us that what he has to offer is actually greater than it was before. So I rather love that. Let's see what else he has to say. He's saying it applies to all of the realms. I'm being shown the elementals. I'm being shown the realms of the fairies, the gnomes, you know, all of the earth elementals as well. Bringing in the dragons, bringing in all of them. He's saying none of it is static. You know, get away from this perception that it's only us as human beings that are the ones that are growing and evolving. The archangels are growing as well. And I think that's a rather lovely thought, actually. So just think about that. Think about the increased help that they can give you. I also know that they want to teach us to embody their principles. And this does tie into like a code of conduct, which the archangels bring in. And I'm not going to do the video on it now, but it is going to be something I do shortly, because it's something that's come through very strongly over the last year and a half. Those that have already been to Archangel courses with me know that I talk about this. Old-fashioned principles that, that are deemed old-fashioned, but are so needed in our society again at the moment. Things like dignity, honour, loyalty, constancy, fortitude, you know, words that have almost like an old-fashioned ring to them, but that are, as qualities, are needed in our society again. And it's as though the archangels are bringing these to our attention. But as I say, that's for another day. I am going to pull one card for you because I can't resist. It's a deck of cards that I got yesterday in the post from a friend of mine, Angela at Mystic Moon. She's a twin flame reader. And these are only available in the US, and I will do a separate twin flame video at some point soon. So, and I'll put all the details of where you can get them and everything. But they just come like this. There's no book or anything. They've just got words on them. So this doesn't have to be a reading for twin flames. Let's just have a look at the energy that's out there today on the 29th. 2 and 9 make 11, don't they? So let's just see which of these cards, for whatever reason, wants to speak to us today. Nope. I'm really looking forward to doing some videos on the cards and how to read the cards. And when I get back from Canada and New York, so towards the end of this year, I'm really going to be concentrating on getting a lot more distance programs out there, and there's a lot that I want to be teaching. So this one is signs. It's quite a good card, isn't it? Signs. We were just talking about the angels. Signs are all around us. It's just that we don't pay attention to them. Maybe look for a sign today, because on the bottom of the pack we've got the answer is yes. So maybe you have been asking for some sign. Maybe you've been asking for confirmation of a particular path that you're meant to, you're thinking about following. Maybe you are at a crossroads where you just don't know. You know, you don't know what the right choice is, whether to go down path A, path B, path C, you know, very confused. Remember the dishwasher analogy or the washing machine analogy. We've all been in this spin. We're coming out. It's like, where the hell am I? Where am I going? You know, you need a sign. And I feel as though a lot of you have been asking Spirit for that sign, and you're needing a yes or a no response. So be open to the signs that are around you today. Be open to Spirit that is trying to communicate with you through many different means, through songs, through things that people say to you, through ringing in your ears, which has started as soon as I've started to talk about signs. And even that, you see, it's ringing in my left ear. It's not my right ear, it's my left ear. So for me, that isn't Metatron. My right ear is Metatron. My right-hand side of my body, the masculine side of me, is the side I always associate with the Metatron energy when it comes in. The left-hand side is a more a feminine energy for me. It's a feminine guide coming forward. And I already know who that is. It's the Mother Mary energy, which is very present. I've been talking about that on my videos. She's here as well. What's she saying? She's wanting to show you something. I'm just going to have to go and grab a bottle. Hold on. So this is work in progress, guys, but I'm just going to introduce it because it feels like I'm being asked to. We were talking about the green ray, weren't we? So we've got the green ray associated with Raphael. Now, the colour that most people associate with Mary would be blue, I guess, wouldn't it? Traditionally, she's shown in blue. And I said to you that I've had testers for a Mother Mary spray sitting on my desk. I've actually got 4 of them. These are the 2 that I've just picked up. They're both in the green bottle. And I'm really loving them in the green bottle. And oh, okay. This isn't the final version or anything like that. I haven't even got a picture for them yet. They've just got the ingredients on them. She's saying, of course, it has to have an element of green within her bottle because she wants to be shown in a different way. Oh, thank you. Okay, exactly what I've just been saying. She's put into a box. You know, religion has placed her into a box that she looks a particular way. She's likely to talk about certain things in a certain way. This is what she does. This is not what she does. They all want to break out of the boxes a bit, to be honest. So this is a letter that Tracy's written to me about the Mother Mary spray. And it looks like we've got linden blossom in it as one of the main scents, as well as a few others. Won't give the game away completely. Shall I just do a little experiment now? I'm going to do a little experiment with you. So a lot of you write to me and you say to me that you can smell these when I spray them. So you might be sitting in New York, I'm sitting here in the UK, and it's like you can smell the aroma. I realise not everybody gets that, but some, don't forget, our senses and the way that we sense spirit and the way that we sense energy is different for everybody. So this is just something that's happening to some of the community that watch me. But even if you can't smell them via this medium, you will be able to pick up the energy of these 2 different variants. So I've got bottle 2 and I've got bottle 5. These are the 2 that I've picked up. I can't even remember what they smell like myself. I'm going to spray them and I'm just going to ask you to feel into the energies of 2 and 5. We're going to start with 2 first. I've already got an idea of the one I like before I've even sprayed it. And as I say, they look completely identical, don't they? This is 2. So remember, this is the Mother Mary energy. So Mother Mary, version 2. Yes, there are another 3, but these are the 2 that I'm doing. 2. I'm just going to put the colour up. I want you to feel into the energy. Okay, now, whatever you're getting is accurate because energy is a very individual thing. But what I straight away was shown was a younger version of her. I was shown a younger mother figure, much younger. I was almost shown, it reminded me of myself probably, or any of you, maybe the first time the first time you're pregnant, the first time you have children, you are very much making it up as you go along. I was having this discussion with somebody the other day saying by the time you get to child number 2, 3, 4 or 5, you sort of know what you're doing, but you don't with child number 1. So there's this very young energy I felt coming through with that one, a youthful energy, not immature, because Mary isn't immature, but I was just shown a very youthful image of this motherly energy. It felt very sunny, it felt very light. I know it sounds a bit daft, but I was shown an image of somebody, it wasn't necessarily her, but somebody out in the garden pegging up the washing, bright sunny day, barefoot, very carefree, very young, beautiful, a very simple sort of energy. So that's number 2. Let's do 5. Okay, so this is 5. Let's just clear 2, and now we're doing 5. I'm smiling because I know what she's doing. Just tune into it for yourself. Okay, I am smiling, aren't I? I can't help but smile with this one. I wasn't smiling with that one. This one is making me smile. What I love about colour as an energy is that it speaks to you in so many different ways. It can be in, you know, what you visualize, what you receive via meditation, as an example. But with that one, I noticed the difference straight away as I was spraying the bottle. This one came out in a very sort of light, beautiful, raining down way. It was gentle. This one came out in a much more forceful. Let me do it. I don't know if you can see it on camera. It was much more punchy. It came out in a much more punchy way, and straight away it was like, oh, okay, this is a mum who's this is the mum who's going to sit down and sort of say, okay, now, should you be doing that? Should you be doing that? Is that the best thing that you could be doing today? Is that really? You know, it's very, very different energy. And what I'm realising now, I've got the other three up there, is probably her essence is I'm seeing this great big green bottle and we're pouring all of them into it. And it's a mixture of all five. Right, well, Tracy's going to love me when I say that, because how we create that, I'm not quite sure. But Mary, I'm sure, will guide us. So anyway, that's just a demonstration, really, with regard to colour and how it can feel so different. And I mean, I'm passionate about colour, you know I am, and I grew up with the colour mirror system. Aura Soma I love as well, but I love my bottles as well. And that's my mum ringing, I know it is. So I'll have to sign off in a minute. But what was I trying to say? Yeah, I know, because I've been around colour for so many years now, I know that the bottles can look exactly the same. You could have 12 Raphaels sitting in a row, and there'll be one of those 12 that is your bottle. And they'll have exactly the same ingredients, they will look exactly the same, but the energy will be different. It's fascinating. I find it fascinating. If you found that interesting and you happen to be in Ontario around the 13th, 14th, come and see me. We're going to have a great time at that workshop. But anyway, I'm not trying to sell it to you. I actually just wanted to come on and say hello, because it's now 11 o'clock. It's getting quite close to 11:11, and I really must get on with doing some other work now. I just wanted to come on and say hi. Lots of love to you all. I will be doing the September video towards the end of the week, okay, the first of the September videos, and we'll just see what's going on with this new month. I'm going to bring the green energy into it big time, because I think September, it's about change, resetting, as I've said before, and just welcoming in some fresh new energy. Lots of love, everyone. Thank you for your support as always. Bye-bye for now.